Welcome to Emotional Labour. I'm joined here by the amazing
Anukiraha, hello.
You recently appeared on a billboard in Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah.
Now that you're even more of a celebrity, would you ride on Taylor Swift's private jet? Because I assume you're going to be asked at some point.
I think I'm good because I can just walk the 10 minutes rather than having to get a plane.
But that's what poor people do. You're above that.
I know, but I have to pretend like I'm down with the people, I need to pretend like I'm humane.
But we all know that, you're not.
Huh?
We would never slum it with the proletariat.
Oh no. Tories all the way. Sorry, what?
Yeah. I'm actually Rishi Sunak's son. North, South, or East London?
South. That's not even a question. First of all, North doesn't even exist. No one's even from North London. And second of all, East is like the dirty version of South London.
I'm from North. It exists.
You're the first person I've met from North London.
That can't be true.
I
cannot.
I swear you're the first person.
We all look exactly the same, so we all look like me. This is our uniform. Are you happy I didn't include West?
Yeah, no, they don't count.
Yeah, West
They're in
categorically.
a different league. They're on Taylor Swift's private jet.
They all are. It's true.
They're the bougie people. I feel like I'm digging myself a hole.
I completely agree. It's just a caved-in bit of Kent.
Yeah.
Everywhere from government buildings to supermarkets here are putting up Ukraine flags. Please go over your opinion on this without cancelling yourself.
Without cancelling myself. I really enjoy the marketing. It's really nice to see that they really care about white people,
It is. Not like people in Yemen, Syria.
Yeah. Like,
Sri
they
Lanka.
never really care about anyone else, but like, it's cool. No, I get it.
Keep the same energy.
I just don't think you can pick and choose. If you don't have a Ukraine flag, you seem like you're really anti-freedom and anti-human rights.
Tesco stands up for Ukraine. I don't give a shit. What's Tesco doing?
It's just empty words.
I'm going to buy like a pack of world flags. And whenever I see Ukraine flags up in a shop, I'm going to take all of the countries which have active conflicts going on, which I think is about 25 different countries, and I'm just going to put them all up. Ukraine's just the only white country.
But then where do you stop?
You don't. You just keep it going. Any active conflict, maybe not like an insurgency or like terrorism.
Yeah, I agree. I think I might also buy a little set of flags.
Great, we've both cancelled ourselves.
We stand with Ukraine. We stand Ukraine. We do? Yeah, we stand Ukraine.
You give dating and life advice to your followers.
You know what? I think I'm the most unsuccessful person in dating that I've met.
You know the movie Hitch with Will Smith?
Yeah, but he ends up with someone at the end.
Your story is not over yet.
Hopefully, one day. I don't know.
Do you have any advice for a non-binary person?
If you're dating a Tamil demographic, you're going to have to deal with a lot of different problems compared to someone who's a white demographic. A lot of people will ask questions and a lot of people will just not understand. Like, what do you mean you're non-binary? A lot of people feel like because they're trying to make it work, they have to constantly educate people and constantly teach people things. And that's not actually your role. You can direct them, but you're not their teacher or their mom. If you're over 23, you can figure out your own. Like, Google is free. If you don't have Google, Yahoo or whatever, Bing.
Ask Jeeves.
Exactly.
What advice would you give to Tamil men?
Do better. If you're a Tamil man, first of all, can you stop loving your mum? This is the thing, like...
It's bad to love your mum, you heard it here first.
No, it's not that it's bad. You cannot search for your mum in another girl. Let me rephrase. If you're a Tamil man, for one moment, just put aside your ego and think, maybe I'm not always right, and then have a conversation with someone.
Impossible.
I know, it's a lot to ask for. Tamil guys always think Tamil girls are stuck up, too much maintenance, but they're not. You just assume it, and then you see that because that's what you're expecting to see in a person.
Have you seen the extent to which Tamil men go to get ready for a night out?
Tamil men are equally bad, and also Tamil men are more maintenance in terms of their cars, their designer brands. And
You see the man with the shoe wipes on the go.
all you need to do is drop a little rice grain in their car and they'll flip. That's all it takes. Girls aren't as high maintenance as you think. Even if girls are high maintenance, it's not on your side. It's for us. Our visuals or our makeup or whatnot. It's nothing to do with you. You just have to,
Just sit there and look pretty,
your mouth though.
Speaking not heard. 어떤 K-drama 좋아하세요?
Oh, how do I answer that?
한국어로 다 주세요.
저는 한국말 처음 배웠을 때는 뭐 커피 프린스랑 시티 헌터 봤거든요. 그래서 그게 너무 좋아하고 그런 거 너무 좋아하는데 어렸을 때 그런 로망스 그런 같은 K-드라마 좋아했는데 요즘은 저는 뭐 스릴러 같은 거 좋아하고 시그널이나 이브 같은 드라마는 너무 좋다고 생각해요. 네.
I don't even know what yes is in Korean. I'm just like, yeah, all right, damn. As you've just demonstrated your polyglot ability, I've learned Japanese, you've learned Korean. These are both quite suspect languages to be studying.
What do you mean?
In terms of like the average person studying them, there's a lot of people who are like too into anime, too into K-pop, stuff like that. What other suspect languages do you think there are for people to learn?
I think those two are fetishized the most out of all languages. These days, Thai. I know a lot of people learning Thai because they want a Thai boyfriend.
If you're trying to learn another language just for the sole intention of clapping bunda, you're doing it for the wrong reason. That just means you can't do it in English.
If we translated that into the South Asian system, it's the same with Hindi. I have a friend who's Tamil and she worships Bollywood actors. She wants a Bollywood movie love life, you know? You know what? Can I be honest? I lived in Korea, right? People there move mad. There's a term called oppa, which is like to someone older than you. It's just someone older than you. Relax. People will just go to people and be like, oppa.
It's like saying like, Oni-san in Japanese.
Yeah, I've seen people do it to people they've met for the first time. Like, that's just embarrassing. And people just look at you like, I don't know you like that. Like, it's just weird.
It's akin to being like, oh, hi, daddy, to someone you've just met.
Oh, 100%. It's worse because you don't even know the meaning behind it. At least when you're saying, hey, daddy, you at least understand the context.
You would hope there's intention there.
Yeah, there's intention. Whereas with oppa, it's just weird. To the point now, a lot of Korean Americans don't want to call their own brother oppa because it's been fetishized. That's a problem.
It's a similar thing with Japanese as well.
And I also think it's weird when they want to live in Korea and then just assimilate 100% and be Korean. That's where it's weird, where they completely change themselves.
What are they running from?
If you're white and you don't have a personality, I mean, I don't know.
We could see this happening to Tamil. People would be like, oh, hello, Tambi, hello, Anna.
If you want to compare it, it's someone going like, oh, no.
Oh, Anna.
Ew.
Oh, hey, big bro.
Yeah, like that's just weird. If someone said that to me, I'd run away. I think there is a little bit of a move towards Tamil culture though. I feel like this is the season to be Tamil, like not in a weird way, but there's so many people I've seen on TikTok who want to learn Tamil, who watch just Tamil movies, who really want to engage in the culture. That's the best way to get people interested in your politics as well. You can't just tell someone this is why you should be interested in Tamils because of our politics. People don't know how to stomach all of that information, whereas if you say, oh, our favourite stuff is Kollywood, but in this movie there was drama, they'll be like, oh my god, what was the drama? Oh, they didn't portray Ulan Tamils properly.
I mentioned Tamil Elam to someone and they'll have no clue, but they'll know a Vijay. Do you have a favourite Tamil artist?
In London or in England, I love Prit.
Shout out for it.
Maharani.
So I know she didn't say me. So I'm flabbergasted, shocked, appalled, distraught,
Someone's called
despair. This interview is over. Who is more annoying, British Asians or Asian Americans?
British Asians.
What?
You decided to live in the country that colonized you. That's embarrassing. To be fair, I don't even consider America as a real country. I haven't really met any Asian Americans.
Have you not? Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's probably why. In America, they're really raised to be like, I'm the best, I'm amazing, me, 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 me. It's really obnoxious when I hear American people talk.
They're like obnoxiously friendly to service people. It just seems so fake. Hey there, I'm having a wonderful day.
They're thinking, I'm having a wonderful day, you're not because you're serving me.
The boomer mentality. Which is closer? The codependent relationship between brown boys and their mums?
Oh, that's like 2 centimeters.
Or British Asians and Lotus Biscuit?
Brown boys, I feel like, it's just so with their mums.
Obviously, familiar intimacy is fine. But if you got your head resting on your mum's lap and she's like stroking your hair and you're like 35 and this is like daily, it might be a little bit too close.
I don't think boys are the problem, it's the mums. Asian mums groom their sons to be what their husbands couldn't be. They don't have any attachment or like love or emotions or affections for their husbands. A lot of them. Those ones then project that onto their sons, probably looks like their husband, and really like to keep them home, always close to them.
This is making me reconsider my relationship with my mum. This is depressing as fuck. Like,
these days you can't even blame the boys in that situation because I do think it's the parent.
heard that. Brown boys have no responsibility. Anything they do is fine. That's the message.
Whoa. Brown boys, you need to argue with your mum for raising you like that. I'm going to get so much shit for this. People are going to be like, what did you say about my mum? I don't mind. Everyone has emotionally unavailable parents. People don't want to address it. Brown boys are probably the least likely to go to therapy.
Emotionally constipated.
Seriously, and then when it comes out, it's like really hard for them.
Yeah, constipated would be hard. It's not diarrhea. Does every golden retriever boyfriend deserve a loving home? Or should they all be put down? Binary choice, one of the two.
Do they go to like a little dog, not dog, orphanage?
Oh, they can go to like the farm.
Oh, shit.
Loving home or...
A loving home, not mine though, thanks. Kindly decline.
There we have it. Anukiraha wants to prioritize white men.
No.
Most comedy lineups in this country don't have any South Asian representation. Not really anyone who isn't a white man. Is this a serious problem in the industry? Or are us minorities just being snowflakes and not pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps?
This is going to sound really controversial. I don't think it's that big of a problem. The reason being because the audiences of those shows and of those comedy sets are white. We need to put ourselves out for a white audience.
We'd be at a disadvantage.
And I don't need you laughing a bit too hard at my Asian joke. Do you see what I mean? Like, relax. We have our own communities to do these kind of things. A safe space, everyone actually understands the joke. Everyone has that lived experience. If you're laughing a bit too hard about me getting hit as a child, that's a bit weird. Yeah, we're underrepresented, but I don't want another Ramesh Ranganathan. White people, that's what he tailors for. I'd rather no representation than bad representation.
For ages and ages, all the South Asian representation in general, let alone Tamil, let alone South Indian, was Apu from The Simpsons, voiced by a white man, Baljeet, Phineas and Ferb. That's it. If you're talking about South Asian women, it's even fewer. Apu's wife, that's it.
Yeah. The feeling of watching Bridgerton season 2 and seeing not just brown people, but dark-skinned Tamil girls, it's emotional. In my childhood, never would I have expected that. And the only representation we would have had were nerds. We need it in those situations. Asian Americans, as in like Chinese Americans, do a lot to push for their representation. Crazy Rich Asians, which was an entirely Asian cast, that would never be seen with brown people. That's the problem in our community. Everyone wants to compete. Instead of saying, oh my God, Anu's making a movie, let's all hop on it. It's, if she can make a movie, I can make it better. I'm going to make a movie and release it on the same day. You're a comedian, I'm a comedian, and we both do it together. Like, just because...
Oh no, I'm actively trying to sabotage you. There could be only one.
Support Tamil businesses, support Tamil creators.
Personally, because I'm a Gemini, if I got any amount of fame or clout, I would only employ white people because I don't want anyone else taking my spot. I gotta grab all of the representation points for myself. You feel me?
Fair enough, yeah.
Get the bag.
Are we ready to fight then?
I recommended Bridgerton to my mum. I didn't know that it had so many sex scenes.
Oh, I did the same. I went, oh my God, Amma, there's like Tamil people in it, it's so sick. And she was like, okay, let me play it. And when I finished it, I was like, shit, my mum's watching it. And I literally did all sorts to convince her not to watch it. She was like, why? Why are you being so shifty? She watched it and she was like, what? This is so bad. Like, they don't have any shame. They say this because it's brown girls, but when they watch anything else, they don't see a problem with it. If all our representation ended up with people just always having sex, hypothetically, even I think I would find a problem with that.
As like a stereotype, because that's the only...
Yeah. Do you think, as a brown creator, you could even say no to a sex scene? If the only roles you're getting are so few, you're only getting 2 roles, and one of them are with sex scenes, then maybe you just have to do that, unfortunately.
I don't think that opportunity is going to fall into my lap. I think I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Thank you so much, Anu. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Me. My Instagram, anukiraha. I have an events page, anukiraha.com, which is a website. It has everything on there. If you want dating advice, you can DM me. I can set you up. If you're single, I date women, I date men, I date everyone and anyone.
Your phone number is great.
07...
0782.